Well, you see, man, that we are living in a dreadlock passion time, right? Because sometimes here in my city, some youth ask me questions. How much money it takes to have good dreadlocks? And they say that some friends in Florence had been spent big money to have a real glamorous dreadlock, to have the right physique to roll. But I think it's over. How much money it takes to be a real dog adventurer?
I see dub as very visual music, so it's like pictures in music also, but personalised pictures, because there are no words necessarily telling you what to think or suggesting too much. It's your mind and the music. So that's dub music. Dub culture is my phone.
Dub is the first form of electronic music, and this was created in Jamaica at the beginning of the 70s, the decade of the 70s, when King Tubby's electronic technician, he started to mix first the version of a record, which was the instrumental of a singing record. He would make special acetates of it so that DJ could play these in the dance and they could talk over and sing over. Then after this now, he had the idea of dropping out part of the music. The music was laid on the tape in 4 tracks or 8 tracks. So he would drop out part of the track with the rhythm section. Then he would add reverb to the remaining drums and stuff, and introduce some echo on the rhythm section. Whenever he brings it back, you bring it back with some echo. And this is how dub began.
Well, for me, dub music is psychedelic reggae. That's the way I see it. It's an expression of the studio art in its most extreme with reggae music, and the result is a very psychedelic thing.
No, it's nothing to do with psychedelic music. Thing about dub is to play sonic tricks, and the thing about effects, you use it, you are only limited by your mind.
And that for me is DIY. It's like being who you want to be, expressing what you want to express, regardless of what people want you to express or want you to be like. It's like a form of self-expression.
So you use it how you want to use it, how you imagine it. It's up to you. The sky's the limit. If you have no idea, then you don't use it. If you have many ideas, then you use it in many ways. You are limited by your intelligence and by your mind.
Live dub mixed without instruments playing live, and also to showcase the dub plate work from people all over the world, and just play on the sound system, play like session sound system style, and that's called the Abassi high power sound system.
Well, unfortunately, there don't seem to be much of a new interest from younger generations into dub. There don't seem to be, especially from like the Black Caribbean side. I don't think people really know about that heritage, but it would be good if they do.
Also, dub and dub culture has been very big in England for a very long time because of the Jamaican community. And so the sound system culture comes from Jamaica with straightforward with original Jamaican reggae and dub. And this evolves in England into what we represent musically, which is, you know, if you like, electronic dub sound systems, techno dub sound systems, where the music is UK generated.
In England, there were a few people started to do that. It's like Dennis Bovell, Blackbeard, and Aswood started.
You have
then
email.
Early part of the year, myself, Mad Professor started, along with people like Josh Shacker, started to do that. And then this wave continued. We had certain successes in the early 80s, mid 80s. Then as we stopped, there was like a next breed of dub people came along, using more digital equipment from people like Zion Trey, Irish and stuff. This is where it's at today now.
Self-expression of what people feel is deep inside them, what is part of their making, what makes them who they are. And then it's a universal word also, which I think is very important, because a word like that it's very evocative. It means a lot, so you can't make it exclusive. It has to be a universal concept.
When the mid-70s, the most famous ones are like African Dub, Joe Gibson, the Professional, King Tubby's, meets the Upsetter, the Grassroots of Dub.
But I think now also a lot of different European dub and reggae influenced people are getting a lot of prominence, which is very strong, is very good. It's almost like, until very recently, dub music couldn't be authentic unless it was from Jamaica or the UK, and now dub music is authentic wherever it's from, which is a very positive thing.
Well, I still keep my eyes open for any good talent, and who knows, we're working on it. Every week or month somebody tell me about something, so I'm checking it, you never know. Maybe we'll find the next month and give us
well, I think the whole significance is it's very pertinent in Italy, for example. The person who controls the means of disseminating information controls what people think. Yeah. Everything from what you read on the back of your cereal packet at breakfast to what comes through the TV as news to you. So obviously in Italy we have the case of Berlusconi owning lots of things, therefore controlling lots of minds. In terms of running an independent record label, you're doing the same thing, but you're feeding information to people's minds, and hopefully you're feeding positive and beautiful and creative information into people's minds. So instead of wanting to control them to buy or sell or be, you just want to show them something slightly different in life. It's like the reason for running any independent publication, books, magazines, websites, music. It's all about penetrating the minds of people who don't get that information with information that I consider positive.
Well, I don't know, but naturally, you know, in life and love and whatever, you always get, obviously when you're successful, you always get some people who like it and some people who don't like it. That's one. But even before that, to run any business is a job. And it's not an easy job. You have to run music as a business. And any business run on the basis of what goes out cannot be more than what comes in. If not, then you lose. I try from day one to run Ariwa as a business. So Ariwa must be separate from me and Fraser, from Mad Professor. It must survive, you know? And if anyone else run a label or a studio, sooner or later they will find they have to run it that way. That the business survives on its own. Sometimes for a business to survive on its own, it has got to make a profit. You must make a profit.